Okay, here we go again live from IBTM today, the second day of IBTM 2023 here in Barcelona. So with Gorazd, we have another great guest here on Ljubljana Talks today. I don't know how to introduce you, Dejan. Dejan Bogdanov from Vekol DMC, a legend from the industry, absolutely, and an old friend. So thank you for taking your time and joining us here. Because tell us, what does Vekol do, and tell us about Serbia and what is happening in the meetings industry in Serbia.
Oh, thank you for the invitation. I'm so proud to be around, let's say, all these famous people from the industry, to be with you, and it's always pleasure, let's say, to be member of Ljubljana Talks, because you're doing a really great job. And for the meeting industry, you're doing great job for the region. You're doing great job for Serbia as well. And thank you for this promotion. Vekol working 25 years in Serbia, and 25 years we are trying to promote Serbia on the market as a new destination, as a destination which can provide experience, as a destination which is completely something new, and the destination which gives really high quality to the clients. That's the mission of Vekol. That's our family business. Actually, we are really trying to act as ambassadors of Serbia. So that's let's say shortly what we are doing. And like your job, we are trying to do our best to promote our destinations. That's something that
you are definitely ambassador of Serbia and region, that's for sure. But let's start with the fresh news.
Yeah.
Recently, Sava Center opened the doors, and you were there for sure, I'm sure. What can you say? What does it mean for Serbia and for Belgrade especially?
Actually, Sava Center, I'm so happy and I'm proud, because I was a member of, let's say, that team who participate on the welcome dinner in the Sava Center, who opened, actually Sava Center opened their doors for the first conference on my birthday. So I can tell that, yes, let's say I celebrated my 50th birthday, and the Sava Center is one of the best gifts for my birthday.
Very nice.
Yeah, with really good friends in Sava Center, they have really great team there. And the Sava Center becomes a regional hub, and with these capacities, with 4,000 seats, with the biggest conference hall, it helps us to bring more guests to Serbia. It helps us to bring more guests to the region. And actually, this is just beginning of collaboration between all of us. And by these convention capacities, Belgrade coming back to the map of the conferences. And especially now when we are let's say, host of Expo 2027, that will help us a lot.
Yeah, it's a very big news about the Expo. I mean, there's a lot going on in Serbia right now, from development, infrastructure development, new hotels opening, of course, the renovation of Sava Center. It means a lot for the entire region. How does your role as Vekol DMC, how does it creative DMC agency fit into all this? Where do you see yourself?
Actually, DMC on every market is someone who connects all this infrastructure. You can have a great hotels, you can have a great convention capacities, but the DMC is someone who gives experience. The guests booking by their own, having all this infrastructure on their own, they cannot have that experience. As Vekol DMC is someone who, let's say, connect all these things together, who provide experience. And regarding that experience that we provided, for example, in the last 20 years, we hosted so many Fortune 500 companies, let's say, like Stada, like Disney, like Microsoft. So that's something that it's not brand new hotels. It's not this convention center. Without DMC, it's just event venue. It's just something. It's just booking. DMC is that connection that makes to make an event better and better.
You're an advocate of creativity for a long time. So somehow we have this logistical part of the business. We of course need that too, but you really promote creativity. Where you get your inspiration actually for that?
Actually, maybe it's not the right time and the right place to tell that, but inspiration is my wife.
Okay.
Actually, when she started, bye, Tanya. Actually, she started this business 25 years ago.
Okay.
And she's doing her business with lots of passion, with lots of emotion. She wants to change the thing. She wants to change the image. She wants to change the people who are working in Vekol. And what I like, and that's the now thing that we all of Vekol team doing. If we don't like event, we will not work it. If we don't love how it will looks like, we will not work it. So that her passion.
That freedom is really, I would say, brave.
But
that's
you know, when but there are more and more people who recognize that. You know, now it's everyone speaks about the technology, but without that emotion, without that passion, and without that creativity, you cannot do anything.
Totally agree.
And you know that the best.
I know. And here we come to actually experiences. So what defines a great experience? What would you say? What is for you personally? You already answered this, but if you can elaborate a little bit more, what is a great experience in this business?
Actually, the great experience is when you have the client who is happy, who is remembering things, and when he comes back to home, he tells, "Oh fuck! I had a really great time in Serbia," and that's the experience that people miss. They want the experiences. For example, when I come here, when I see these smiling faces, when I see this hosting atmosphere, nice atmosphere, when I feel like at home. Because now in the world, let's say the people working a lot, they don't have these emotions. They're more alone. And when they come on some event, when they feel like at home, when they feel welcome, that's the experience that we are providing to them.
I think in a way you already answered my question, but I still want to ask you, because I know you did a very big promotion of creating a digital DMC service. So is that still alive? Is it still being, offered? And is there a market for virtual events and hybrid events?
Actually, this is a support, especially, for example, when you have a big conferences, hybrid events is something that to bring more people. For example, if you have a huge conference, you always have some, for example, that can help for the international companies if they have clients, for example, in some not developed countries. Maybe they will not have money to travel, but by hybrid events, you can support them. You can give them a chance to see, to watch, to students or someone else. But now events needs more and more emotions. They need more and more attractions, because we also have a young generation who is, let's say, TikTok generation, Instagram generation. They need fast information. They have different experience. They have different emotions. So just to, for example, for the young generation, they need to touch something, they need to see. So we need this kind of technology to have this multi-sensual activity, to have multi-sensors, to activate them, to have fast information.
Okay, so I really like your answer. I think as a support tool. We've been talking a lot about artificial intelligence, machine learning, ChatGPT. Are you using this in your events?
Yes, actually that helps us to provide some information quicker, and it's a great tool, and I'm happy that we are, let's say, some kind of pioneers that we are using artificial intelligence, but we cannot just count on artificial intelligence. Let's say that cannot provide this emotion that we can provide on the market. Artificial intelligence is a tool that helps us to make faster information, to help us, let's say, to create some digital content, which is now very important thing in the, let's say, in the events, and we are using it, and I think that it's everyone needs to use it. We need to go together with, let's say, changes. We need to follow, let's say, development of everything. If we are not following that development, we are screw up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So one of the buzzwords these days during these Ljubljana Talks was, of course, AI. Jan already asked that. Another one was sustainability. How important is to organize sustainable events for your clients? Because, as you know, on 1st of January, the European legislation will force big companies to start reporting about events according to new standards.
Thank you for this question. I have to tell you that, let's say, Vekol, last 20 years, we have this green mind. Mm-hmm. And we started it, our green events 20 years ago, even one of the first hybrid events we had at 2004. Mm-hmm. So on the beginning of internet, when it was slow internet, we had the live stream. We teach the client how about the recycling and about everything. But actually at 2004, also, we invited famous Guy Bigwood, who changed, let's say, Singapore completely to the green city, to the green events, to take the training to the MICE industry in Belgrade. Unfortunately, that time we had 0 participants apply for that. But now, as let's say, the market is developing, the clients are finally ready. For the green events, we are trying to completely reduce the paper by adding websites, mobile apps. We are trying to reduce, let's say, the transfers. We are trying, we are trying to get the 0 kilometer policy for our restaurants. We are taking them. We are choosing our partners who are thinking the green. And that's something that we are not, it's not just greenwashing. We are trying to act green. And when companies follows their ESG rules, then it will develop more and more, not just to have this greenwashing.
Agree. My next question is a simple one. I need to ask you that.
Yeah.
Why Belgrade? What would you answer to somebody who is coming to your stand and they ask you about why Belgrade? We have some ideas, of course, with Jan, but we want to hear from you, actually.
Okay. I need to be politically correct because this is a really serious, let's say, podcast. But no, why Belgrade? Belgrade is everyone asking for new experiences. Belgrade is new experience. Serbia is new experience. And Belgrade, by developing infrastructure, by developing airport and the flights to Belgrade, it's really every year it's new destination. Mm-hmm. And if you want to get something new, that's the Belgrade. Also, what we have in our region, it's emotion. Mm-hmm. That's something that, and in Slovenia and in Serbia we have, that's the emotion that we can provide to the client. The clients are just, let's say, not numbers. And when you have all this infrastructure, let's say good hotels, everything is there, you can provide them emotion. And always clients asking, I need something new. Yes, Belgrade is something new, and every year is something new, and every year is better and better.
To this, I have to ask you the question, if you had a magic wand, what would you change?
Actually, I would change lots of things, but the basic thing, let's say, I would like to change, let's say, to integrate from, let's say, in the Serbia, from Slovenia and Serbia, to integrate smart people to work together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's something that we need for every event. For example, to best musicians, best artists, the best designers, to integrate them together and to have a really high potential creative event. That's something that we need, not to work everyone by themselves. By this magic van, I want to, let's say, collect them and to create high quality product. Nice. That's something that I would like.
And what is your dream project you want to bring to Serbia or to Belgrade? What would you say actually?
Actually, let's say every day, let's say every my event is a dream project. As I told you, we like to do it. I cannot, let's say, I cannot split the customers and let's say partners. But as I told, we are working with many really good companies. For example, yesterday we had the Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I'm so proud to host the Real Madrid. We have lots of, for example, the Stada Pharma company always give us the open hands to, let's say, to create nice events. So I just, let's say, every event when they allow us to make creative, to make something new, it's for us, it's a dream event.
We are coming slowly to the end, and we usually finish with a question about Conventa.
Yeah.
Do you know the slogan of Conventa?
Which one? Do you change it?
No. Very good. That was a diplomatic. Explore, meet, create.
Yes.
Okay.
Explore, meet, create. So we are, let's say. But I have to tell, it's not because I'm here. The Conventa is really fantastic show, and you're doing fantastic business.
Thank you.
You're collecting great hosted buyers. You're collecting great exhibitors, and your Conventa bar is something that changed the market. And also that not really you're changing complete the industry and view about the region. That's something. And do you know how we are, let's say, finishing always the meetings and the talks?
Yeah, we know exactly.
I think that let's say we have to please.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much.
We will drink it to say cheers.
Yes.
Živeli.
Živeli.
No zdravje.
Na zdravje.
Na zdravje.
Zdravje.
Nice.
And thank you and stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
See you
Coming
soon.
back.
Bye bye.
12 o'clock. Bye.